traveler, right on key.
Hey, Catherine! Got any new commissions for us today? Also, how come you look so happy to see us? What have you done?
I went to the shrine to draw a fortune slip earlier. The shrine maiden told me that it is the season for an unexpected reunion.
Catherine? Drawing fortune slips at the shrine? Is it just Paimon, or is that the most unusual thing ever? Wait, no, that's not the unusual part! We're in Liyue!
Even I have a private life, you know.
Okay, so when you say unexpected reunion, you mean running into us?
Who can say? But the anticipation of knowing that an unexpected reunion is due is making me happy.
Fair enough! Even though we see each other pretty much every day, whatever Wait, are you saying? Fingers crossed we
I'm sorry. Did I
Oh, it's nothing.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Really? Does this...
I will leave the requester to fill you in on all the relevant details.
All right then. Thanks, Catherine!
Very well. Ad Astra Abyssosque.
right?
Ah, great. Good to meet you. Yes, I was the one who posted... Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. You famous... Oh, all right then. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Yue.
Seriously? They actually...
Yes, the folks over at Yujing Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. But some things have happened
Really? What...
So... It's hard to say exactly how big of an issue it is. While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few... They walked right by him without giving him a single... After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
Are the hilly trails just...
Not likely. The strange part is that in all the time this miner's been walking, he's never seen any of them come back out. It seems to be a one-way trip. Once the hilly trails go in, they never emerge, and it seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late. What are these hilly trails up to? What happens? These are the kinds of thoughts going through the guys' heads now. Everyone's driving themselves...
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
Exactly. The deepest fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put their minds at rest.
Do we really want to take this commission? Thanks, Mr. Hey! You can at least pretend to consider Paimon's opinion. Oh, so that's where you'll really regret it if you don't.
So, what's your verdict? Will you take the commission?
Yep, we'll take...
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the hilly trail...
What the? It's a city? A whole city that's floating in the air! Upside down? Just look at this place. Doesn't it remind you... Wait, what was it again? Yes, that's it! In which case, maybe whatever it's going... Oh, we gotta get...
The feeling is mutual. I certainly hadn't expected to meet you here either.
Long time no see, Dane. Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we? Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before. I understand how you must feel. Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily. Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation. That much should be self-explanatory. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal. But, as usual, correct. Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not simply pathways. Where they emerge on the other side is their choice.
Sounds kinda similar to how teleport waypoints...
In short, though I was right behind your twin last time when I entered that portal, the next moment I was all alone. Back in the...
Oh, yeah! About that!
It's in a safe place. You can be sure that I will learn the truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could... So I by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It is but a cruel joke. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards, when I witnessed the destruction of my entire homeland firsthand.
Sounds like your brother was right.
We were travel partners. We both partook in a painful journey of searching for our fate. But regrettably, before you continue, if my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact...
You mean the Abyss Order is plotting something here?
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we...
Don't say that!
A wise choice.
There are signs of hilly
Requester? In fact, hold on. You still haven't told me what you're doing here.
We took a commission from the Adventurers Guild to investigate the chasm. And now it looks like we've...
Do you want the...
Huh? You mean...
As it happens, I do. It's understandable that you did not perceive anything unusual. The environment here weakens the effect of the curse.
a curse? Oh!
For centuries, I have suffered daily from the curse that was laid upon me. But here, I suddenly and right here, right now, I can feel my body sending a strong message to me. It is telling me, stay.
So, this place weakens the curse?
That I shall need to investigate. But to the best of my knowledge, the Abyss Order does indeed. Do you know what? It's to hide their appearance, lest they catch sight of their reflection in a body of water. Compared to how they remember themselves, it is the curse of immortality denies death to those afflicted with it. And yet...
So, you mean...
No. I mean that the body and soul will continue to be eroded until when the Hilichurls realize that the end is nigh for them. It seems their instinct is to seek out a calm and dark corner of the world in which to finally say goodbye to the centuries of suffering they have endured. And of all the places they could lay down to rest, one that can ease the effects of their curse would surely...
Wow.
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
What is it?
We're under attack.
Prepare to be blown away!
dream work! Huh?
Falling leaves, adorn my night!
What were those?
Black Serpent Knights. They once belonged...
Wait a second. Royal Guard?
Yes, they were. But now...
Because they've become pawns of the Abyss.
Let's continue on.
Wait, then...
Seems we missed one. Wait, stand down. There's something... It's disappeared.
What the heck?
How is this possible? How could he have retained self-awareness for 500 years without it? But more importantly, that would be a miraculous outcome indeed for a cataclysm that brought total doom and destruction. We should press onward to...
Looks like there's a strange energy surrounding the city. Guess there should be a mechanism or something around here, right?
Don't waste your time.
Huh?
Kanria's technology, abyssal power.
Okay, so the Abyss Order really is... Dan seems like he really understands what's going on here. No wonder the Abyss Order doesn't want him around.
Not necessarily. The closer we draw, the more I am inclined to the Abyss Order simply got to them before anyone...
Even older than Kanria? Whoa.
That said, the architecture here does somewhat resemble that of Kanria. Let's head toward the light over there. Mind your footing on the way ahead.
Is this where they're based? Or...
We are likely drawing near to whatever the...
Here we go. Wind Strider!
Windblade!
Tip as one with wind and cloud!
Let's light it up!
Hey, look! Vines! You should be able to climb up, right? Oh no! Huh? They're not coming up? Huh. These knights seem like...
Hold on, I think they...
Ah! They're coming!
Wind Strider!
I'm going in!
Verdict is...
Huh? Be gone!
Falling leaves, adorn my night!
Windblade!
Time for retribution!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's...
Whew. That was the last of them. Now, let's see what it was they were trying to hide. Huh? What's this?
So, the Black Serpent Knights have nothing to do with the Abyss Order's secret.
So, what exactly is going on?
As I said, For these hilly churls, they have grown old and fearful of the light, even become one with the darkness. And yet the curse continues to corrode them.
But why would the... More of them are closing... It's him! The guy that kicked... And now they're retreating! Did he just...
Halfdan?
Whoa! What?
Could it be? If it's as I suspect, then
Dane?
You want to know why they were gathered here guarding the hilly... It's because as far as the Black Serpent Knights are concerned, they're simply doing their duty. The one who ordered them to retreat just now, I suddenly recognized him.
So, he's from 5...
To this day, I still remember the final orders I, the Twilight Sword, gave to Halfdan on the day of disaster in Khaenri'ah. Inform all Black Serpent Knights to protect the people of Khaenri'ah at all costs. Because we, of course, were royal guards. But this would mean nothing in the events that followed. Royal against the might of the gods. The only identity... These Black Serpent Knights have lost their intellect. But perhaps, if you see these ruins as Khaenri'ah in the throes of disaster, and these hilly churls as... Then, suddenly, I can make sense of what I'm
Then, what are...
Though it is barely discernible, I can just about make it out. They keep repeating a word from the old language. Even I have to admit, the fact their will is strong enough to survive 500...
Oh, so...
It doesn't matter. Let's keep heading toward the light at the top.
I suppose this will do.
Sure enough, we aren't seeing any more Black Serpent Knights. Guess that Halfdan guy really did recognize Captain Dane, huh? More hilly churls, and they look really well.
We'll need more. Better than nothing.
Dane, why so quiet?
I'm just thinking, nothing more. If you're trying to console me, I can assure you there is no need.
Fine. All these hilly churls want is to quietly fade away in... Hey, look! There's no door sealing this room off. Looks like we can finally head to the room in the... Come on, let's... Paimon's never seen such well-built...
We'll need more where that came from. We'll need more where that came from.
was upside down. Dane, do you have any
The pool must be part of the entire city structure. And more importantly, here, my whole body feels more at peace than...
cleansing? So that...
No. That...
How are you...
I have lived with this curse for 500 years, and I have been fully conscious the entire time. It is a way of branding us at the level of the fate of the world itself. When a god applies a curse, even now, I can feel the curse slowly permeating my entire being. Perhaps it may be possible to suppress the corrosive effect of the curse for a time. Consider it tantamount to burning away an integral part of your body. It is not a process that one could ever hope to survive.
Huh? Cleansing the curse cost you your life?
In any case, I can feel that the water's cleansing effect is not nearly...
So, what's that contraption there? It looks kind of out of...
Frankly, I have never seen a device of this design before either. It is not... Halfdan.
He ran off!
He's indicating that we should follow him. Are you
True. Halfdan jumped down over there! Let's follow him! Looks like Halfdan disappeared at the far end.
Perhaps whatever lies ahead is what he...
There are more signs of hilichurl activity here. Is that way into the hilichurl camp? Let's go see. It's a humble hill. Oh, these hilichurls look like they're in pretty bad shape. Is this what Halfdan wanted to...
Whether it is or not, every...
Seems like these hilichurls have no life. The hilichurls we meet in the wild are always so rowdy. We may not have a whole lot of happy memories. Hilichurls usually store, but these seem pretty mature. Even if they don't need to eat. There's even a bonfire here. Wait, but wasn't Dane saying... Maybe... How did that flower get this far underground? Did someone bring it in memory of the deceased hilichurls? Hey, now that you mention it, Paimon thinks...
It is the national flower of Kanria, the Intivat. It once bloomed all over the nation. It would only last 2 weeks before wilting. But if you were to pluck one and take it out of Kanria, the petals would stop growing and turn hard. Only when it finally returned to its home soil would the petals grow soft once more. And finally, so the Intivat is a symbol for a wanderer far from home, signifying the tenderness of the homeland.
So for this flower to get here, it must have been brought from...
in focusing single-mindedly on confronting the heavenly principles, we neglected our original mission, the revival of the homeland. I should not have been so indecisive.
The device is almost ready. We await your command.
What are the chances of succeeding?
Theoretically speaking, approximately.
Forget it. Even a 1% chance is enough. For too long have we dwelt in the abyss. Surely they would rather return to the natural cycle of life and death as soon as possible than continue to exist as they are, without a shred of dignity. They cannot be made to continue paying the price for those so-called sins.
The Order is most fortunate to be graced with your decision.
Ether!
You saw something, didn't you? Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, you zoned out for quite a while there.
Huh. Well, people do say that twins have a it sounds as if they are attempting to make use of certain equipment to cleanse the curse. And you say he mentioned the no surprise there. It appears as if the Abyss Order plans to use this location to cleanse the Hillichurls of their curse and restore them to the way they once were. Then, they will serve as the foundation for reviving the nation of Kanria. After all, there can be no nation. It is the height of foolishness. I told you already that no one knows this curse better than trying to remove it by force, so make sure you are clear in your mind. You have to tell yourself, they are no longer human. If you cling to false hope and allow yourself to become too emotionally invested, the only way is down. You will end up just like them, mired in hypocrisy. Save your strength for something worth saving. Oh? But of course, I am merely someone you hired for a task, while he is your brother. It is only natural for you to side with him. But whatever decision you make cannot deter me from mine. My chosen path is to stop the Abyss. If we have reached an impasse, then perhaps this is where we should say... I see. It seems that the 3 questions I put to you on our first meeting were worthwhile. You have developed your own individual views on this world. Very well. Since you have volunteered your true thought right now, I have a more that is to say, the Abyss's actions here directly dishonor the final wishes of half. The Abyss may appear at any moment. Beyond...
We way down city from here, too.
Wait, watch out!
What's going...
The mutation is continuing.
James Smith, I see your incessant meddling. Regrettably, I was not in time to control your exit from the network.
I am surprised that you dare to face.
Our Highness's will must be done this time.
You are the only one. There is nothing else left of those hilly.
Say what you will.
Then you will give your life just to delay the inevitable. You really think you can use that device beneath the pool to cleanse this curse?
Do not underestimate the needs of the abyss. That device cannot survive the cleansing effects of the water, not tenfold, but 100-fold.
Then I overestimated you. This plan is even cruder than I thought.
Windstrike! Time for retribution! Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Windblade! Going in!
Windstrike!
Burn!
Secure!
The world will fall. The end will
Windstrike! As one with wind and cloud!
Verdict is...
the world.
Windblade!
The world will fall.
Be gone! Everybody stand back!
Let's... One with nature!
The abyss shall rise.
You've been hunting the...
There's no time to celebrate. The abyss.
All right.
Look, the amplification device. Am I too late? They're in agony. This is no way for them to meet their end. Find a way to stop that thing. Dan, don't do it! I thought he would have been turned to ashes in an instant. Halfdan's soul is extraordinarily...
Meddling fool! Encumbra!
Don't you have a greater encumbrance to worry about? Take him out and deactivate the...
The abyss
Adventure time.
has come. Peace be with you.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Burn!
Let's light it! Windblade!
Peace be with you.
Yeah! Teamwork is dreamwork!
The light
That's
shine.
gonna hurt in the morning! Ha!
Hear the truth. The gifts of grace. By holy
Let's light it up.
proclamation,
Wind strike!
truth shall set you free. The power of revelation. Grace be upon you.
Time for retribution!
Hear ye the word of joy.
Windblade!
Grace be upon you.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Hear ye the word of joy. Peace and hope endure.
What do we do now? The Abyss Lector's gone, but... and... Halfdan...
No! As long as the device is active, the cursed are rendered powerless. Only you can take off. If you value his sacrifice, see all these rays of light and portals. They must have installed several of these energy...
So, we have to...
The wind knows me. Wind strike!
Prepare to be blown away!
Clouds high. The birds call! Time to go.
Windblade!
The Helichurls are really suffering. Oh, wait! Dane, this must...
One with nature.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
As one with wind and cloud. Wind strider.
Quick! Destroy the devices and put an end to the Helichurl suffering!
Wind strike.
blown away!
Wind strike. The wind knows me.
Windblade! Okay, it's gone dark all around now. Shall we head back to the room in the center? So, that's it, right?
The burning sensation has indeed stopped.
So, we managed to stop the Abyss Orders.
Let me check.
Dane must be really upset. Of all the ways to be reunited.
Let's go.
Uh,
Huh? Light.
Apologies, Captain Dainsleif, Twilight Sword. Back then, I failed you, and failed to protect our people.
No. For 500 years, you have faithfully done your duty. To this day, I am proud of you all.
Conria didn't fall, did it? Since you're still here.
Correct. So, no need to revive the homeland.
that was Halfdan's soul.
More than one kind of strange power exists still. If you intend...
You bet. We'll be super.
That device took a severe
Oh, right. Well, you've earned a good rest.
vacation. The very there are more important things that demand my... And I suspect that these amplification devices are connected to that Thank you for understanding. I only hope that next time we meet, you know whose side you're on.
Sheesh. He sure knows how to hold a grudge. Saving that snot. Well, shame that we didn't get to see. As long as you keep pressing on with your journey. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. We've probably seen enough to report back to the miner now.
Am I glad to see you again? I was getting nervous. First, I figured I'm paying a fair price. I'd never be able to forgive my...
Don't you worry, mister. It was nothing. We...
Excellent, excellent. Sorry, Hilly Taupe?
Basically, the hilly trolls down there don't want to fight anymore. Leave them...
Well, we certainly wouldn't be going out of our way to provoke them. You can count on that.
Now there's a philosophy...
I gotta be honest, I didn't really understand the situation you were describing, but I'm very grateful to you both.
To Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be this. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance, but Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around. Hey there! We're not from around, huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait, Well, even so, when we get the chance, we'll just ask them. Let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but, look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be lit. What should we do now? Do we try? It looks like she's meditating or something. Oh, it's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your... Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell... What's happening? Trap... Are you sure it's not serious?
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we?
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by... My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take... Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here. Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next... So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room, and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However,
Further observation?
no need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental... If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Whoa, are you...
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out. So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were... The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid, for now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having... Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over... What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? unique you are. Paimon trusts you. If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse. Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you... Oh, Paimon gets it. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here, but it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
All right, next let's see your right hand. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be along—
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since what?
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? And if you're feeling up to it, you can be
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! All right.
Yes, you can count on—
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now.
Well, forest rangers we handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met. As for Master, well, today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Decent catch. That's great. We definitely have enough for
Dead on my feet.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure... Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's...
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with, by the way, Kale, do you know any...
that depends. Are you referring...
Huh? Great... Oh, is that the name of...
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of song. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon to celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity. The sages...
Uh-huh. Then...
Well, and then...
Huh?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to
No, it's not that. I'm... Because you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't... Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of outriders was, It's alright, Kale. So, how do you know...
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber, in one letter, She mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but this I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But...
Ah, so that...
Yep, so please know that I wish I could tell you more about the Dendroarchon, but
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadeva.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. So that's...
Don't mention it. We are friends after all. Alright.
You both have my thanks. Well, you two are up there clean. I'm not I'll go check the facilities up ahead.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to... Well, anyway, we'll have to... Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up... Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
Yay, food! What kind of... Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a...
I prepared a nice portable dish that force fiend...
What?
No, you not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper.
You really know how... Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include...
Yay! Thanks, Kale!
Oh!
Kale, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their... Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the Academia have written, but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too... Seems you already know him well. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pot.
Really? Paimon... Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of... Paimon's still kinda upset, though.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling. Why, oh why? Is she going to die? It probably started...
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon...
No, I just...
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all...
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back!
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to...
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's
You mean she's sick?
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two... I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't...
So, Tainari, what's...
Let's take this conversation... All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you were that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all... So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are. Well, because... And honestly speaking, I was against Kale, but she insisted, saying you two treat...
So, Tainari, what exactly...
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been...
Elizar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses in its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become...
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elizar, which is precisely why I do not want her... With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out...
What?
Ah, it appears you are... Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she... I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elizar was completely stable for... However, Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her... Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you...
She doesn't need to
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care...
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is... Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment... Her stamina has gotten much worse recently, though a moderate amount of physical... All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll have...
Yeah, we'd like to...
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place.
No problem.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Calpulata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon, never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
There should be Nilode Palalotuses growing some. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the...
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilode Palalotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We found...
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name?
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going...
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari! Why don't you let...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru range. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a vision. That is,
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location, and then only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a...
Seems the rumors about you are true then. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it... Stop. Don't move any further. Look there, in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants... Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience it. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone. Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Let's light it up!
One with nature. Wind strike. Now, destroy the tumor of the withering. Yes. Thanks to you two, we were...
Tainari?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started...
Huh? But why is...
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into... The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon... And as for the withering, its emergence is related to it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiar. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. The wind knows me.
Time to go. Sure. I follow the wind. Yeah.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been Huh? Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news.
Oh, her?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face?
Yes, allow me to explain. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we... Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but I've got some emergency rations set aside for...
Wait, you want us to bring her?
Let's find out. Here, so... How do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know that...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described? That's correct. Those weren't because what you saw is of significant and my forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, when you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually... I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead.
That sounds nice and all, but...
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. No, I should be the one thanking...
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry Clear weather all around brightens the heart.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia! There's no way we can get her to eat in her current Huh? Wait, what? Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where? Really? Oh. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind. Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Wind strategy.
it.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
I'm going in! Huh? Windblade!
Time for retribution! Ha! Ha!
Let's light it up! What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good!
Strange place. Bow before the abyss.
Wind Strider!
Ha! Everybody stand back! Windblade! Yeah!
Clouds high, the birds call! One with nature!
Verdictus!
Let's light it up!
That hurts!
Burn!
I'm going in!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes, the bonds of love and family which draw. But don't you fret now. Today
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick! Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about... Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia.
I see. So, I'm grateful that you came so quickly.
Well, we were kind of wondering about that actually. When we...
I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only...
So, Hypatia...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been... It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I was convinced they'd never show up again. But I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But yes, no doubt about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other...
Time to go.
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave. Oh, it smells,
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. You should know that some researchers spent their—
So why does this
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by greater— Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their
Makes sense.
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using—
Well, that's
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches—
Whoa! You really
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, which is why I must turn— If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the— That's why we meditate alone. We need to—
Whoa. So knowledge from
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of— But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of—
What's so strange about that?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh.
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in— The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither— Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions— The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia. But then, on the day I scared the little— It was incredible! Though, back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you try—
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she said?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any— Work? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripur. If you two are ever in the area again, there's no need to be thanking me. You two are my—
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions.
Heading out, I see? If there's anything— Even though that little neighbor of mine was able to induce a state— The end of your dream seemed quite terrifying. Perhaps there's something— Not to worry, though. As someone from Sumeru who cannot dream, I needn't ever worry about nightmares. Heading out, I see? If there's any— Sumeru researchers use spirit-born ale to assist them in connecting with Irmin. Unfortunately, I cannot help you understand. I hope that I'll be— Heading out, I see? If there's any— I've heard local children here in the rainforest speaking of fairy-like creatures. But perhaps this is because I had a very strict upbringing. And speaking of my little neighbor, I've noticed on several occasions that as they're playing under the trees, they'll suddenly tense up and scamper away for no apparent reason. Perhaps I should ask— Heading out, I see? If they— Take care. Do remember—
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it, as Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City—
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you— I am merely a forest watcher.
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation.
I see.
Tainari, your master is an—
And what exact—
You'll know once you've arrived in—
And,
there's no—
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the question? If that's the case, then
Tainari, but you—
so be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to— But all that can wait.
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full—
That's right! We want to meet less—
Sorry, I'm afraid—
Well, do you—
let me think. Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up—
Oh?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of— Needless to say, this device and its usage for—
Great! Next up, Sumeru! That's right! Tainari, we have something important—
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined— She knew you two would be leaving soon.
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell, and good luck.
I've been waiting.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition and, but I guess now I understand that—
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We're probably still gonna worry about your
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is—
It's my recipe for pita pockets.
Yay! Thanks, Kale.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember— Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both—
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, That's right.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently... Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our After centuries of tireless research on the... As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, here are your Akasha terminals.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty god...
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. May the mighty god... Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh,
Exactly. That, and with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now is... Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet... Oh, come on! Focusing on this question feels like when... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Huh. Could it be because we're... You... Uh-oh. Paimon's getting... Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything. He's from Sumeru, and even has... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great! You see...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my...
Here, this is a...
Oh, let me see. Oh, seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring...
We want to meet with less...
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? Sorry.
What? You too? But what about you?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly... All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru...
Huh. Then next...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the...
but...
No need to worry just yet. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali... In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the Academia, or relations between the 6th grade... Hey, come on! This is...
Oh, Paimon's expert... So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine!
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Catherine, we need you.
Understood. The
We want to meet with Lesser Lord.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's... I apologize, but I am unable to call up any...
Aww, another dead end. Well...
Please, do not worry. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, they take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade...
Corps of 30?
Supposedly. They are named as such because their Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already... If you'd like to get in contact with him, you're welcome. I wish...
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rixar we go!
Ad Astra...
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
It's nice to meet you, Asfan.
I see. So, Catherine's the one. Ha! It's true that the Eremites network is...
Wait, serious?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly... We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in lesser...
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with great... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her, as far as...
Really? Aww.
Ha! But who knows? We're...
All right, well...
No problem.
Seems Osfund was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself.
Whoa, really?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation, sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him. With the wisdom, the man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests, and in despair he thought, alas,
Okay,
and then the calamity came. But to his own, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar, Archon Seeker. Do you know, along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass.
Yeah, thanks for the story!
In a way.
Dunyarzad, since you...
Of course. I'm terribly sorry, but it seems...
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! Let's...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top?
Did she...
Yes, that's her.
Yeah!
Quick, after her!
Dunyarzad! We thought you might have been long gone by...
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me.
You can relax now.
Really? Thank you so... Uh-oh. Looks like there's...
Huh? More?
No, wait, Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern...
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They have...
I see. In that case...
Wait a sec!
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard. Here... My lady, let's get going.
And if I refuse?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated.
Hey! Dunyarzad!
Stay out of this. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your body...
How much?
Wait.
How much Mora do I have to pay you to become your employer?
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, and knowing your health, carelessly running around...
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of and I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home and every time I bring this up. They just change the subject. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, because she saved me. Though this is my life and my last chance.
My lady, are you...
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't, but let me make something very clear.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like...
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look...
I'm sorry for worrying you two.
Sure, after you rest up.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Word on the street is that you're a bot.
Nah, you get used to it.
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homemade?
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first...
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends. And my parents did their best. My younger self no longer had any hopes. Or then one night, at that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in...
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. Who are you? How do I explain? Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking... Wow, you're a Dunyarzad. What? Huh? But... Can... Oh... Then...
After that, the voice, although my body was suffering during those days, beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness.
What's the Sub-Zero?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her, but because of the Academia's influence, the Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Maybe they see lesser...
Aww.
It is. It's absolutely sure the Greater Lord founded Sumeru.
Just remember that we're still out in...
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But recently, I gave her my savings because I want her to throw one...
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us.
And if... But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear their... Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, Dunyarzad. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught.
You could say that.
Oh.
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest.
So you're followers from another land? Oh, really? Well, that's okay. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing...
Probably? But don't...
Wow!
Not bad.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was at work. We reported it to the Academia many times, but they never sent any...
Oh, probably because it was the theater.
The Academia looks down on performers like us. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad, but the more she gave us,
The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival. And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing.
Nilu, what are you?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros.
Dunyarzad.
I only told them about the greater.
Okay. Then, according to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the goddess of flowers' birthday celebration a long, long time ago. On one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the goddess of flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the Huh? Really? Oh, although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the goddess of flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday—
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey what—
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance, if my stage were anything like that? So?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations everyone at the Grand—
In that case, we'll take—
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot. I mean...
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand...
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought
Wow, did you...
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the I've noticed... Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And did you know that the Sub-Zeros festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the
Dancing as a child, I even asked my grandmother what my grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And the Sub-Zeros festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is...
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was...
Sure. Standing by, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again. But Take you two, for example.
Well, we enjoy traveling across...
Yes, you should keep searching.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm... Oh...
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh!
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here.
There's something...
Hey, Traveler.
Oh, hey, Dia.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking...
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment.
Sounds like a... Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that...
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia.
It's called...
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And...
I take it...
Mm-hmm. We met this morning.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru... Since you've already mentioned the theft, I...
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also...
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial... The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourself.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru.
If you're also interested.
Count me out. And take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, there are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement.
You bet they are. King Dick.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness. Well, Traveler, that's about all.
Thanks, Dia! And you, since we've gathered all we could for the moment...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival. It's good. Then we'll see you both at the...
come and have a good look yourself.
You've got.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in.
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only... Ooh. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any
Welcome. Welcome.
Hi there.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better.
Those students seem...
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, especially the group that's
They're called Ain el Ahmar. Today, I heard.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremite. I've heard that Ain el Ahmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady
I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is...
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research? So, what's your plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost... Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd...
Just ask the cats how fresh my fish is.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and...
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss?
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunities?
Yeah, with bosses fervent devote...
All these guys talk about is King Desh...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was...
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Oh
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually in...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can... As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion.
So, you mean...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the mercy. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their truth... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant with... Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item.
Hey! Shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at?
I told you the other day.
Ha! The boss made it...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly... Also, a word of advice. Consider this.
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, plus, he seems to know a lot. He went that way! After him!
Please, just leave.
What's going on? Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to... I advise you to keep your distance from them. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have... Since you
Who exactly are you two? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong?
She doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but she can still use element. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if...
All right. I accept. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier.
So, since you were...
You were willing to part with 500... Okay. Well, look. If you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far.
We know it's connected to the Academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because this is what you've been looking for.
Paimon can't.
This is a knowledge capsule. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, it's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, they were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from but despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful. Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's... With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can... You're still resolved. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with... I need you to find someone named Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality. She's guarded against people from the Academia because I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but become one of Dory's customers and earn...
Why do you want us to...
Until you complete this task, you don't have...
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing...
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares. I'll prepare some funds for you.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through... That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful... However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealing...
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy? What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but...
Following the paper got us past...
Roanoke, these two want to buy unripe...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch.
Every ship deserves the best.
No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer.
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a clook.
Before I retrieve your products, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? Oh, Hatham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way. Look, he's over there. Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came...
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just...
Oh, very good.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory?
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, but it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. So that's why it's your first time here. But don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls.
Yeesh. Who would want to be...
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Tibet in the early With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and...
Ooh, now this sounds...
2 million more. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price...
All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders.
We'll take these, please and thank...
My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customer, listen. I have a special offer for you two.
If you say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million. But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If think about it, we've gone to all this trouble to get this canned... Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent. Then please, select from...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever...
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsule's over here.
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple...
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
More exciting than legend.
I'll find you your perfect...
You two made it.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came...
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge...
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't...
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her when we heard that the Academia had lost some...
In that case, you're on the... A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the depth...
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been vying for. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After a time, I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. However, they adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that
So you kept hounding them because...
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating. The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade, to ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend...
Yes, you can say that. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Al-Haytham, before you go...
You two want... Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a... Alright. This place will...
Here!
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class...
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. While you fight, we can use an Akasha... There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your...
Wow! Al-Haytham! Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions... All right, let's begin the test.
Windblade!
All right. I'll link. The next step is to hold it in your hand. I'll help.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that
All right. Time for round 2.
void.
Now, I'll start recording.
Alhaitham has...
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat.
Wait! How much? Dory's such a jerk!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsules... At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Welcome back, my loyal patrons. You name it. Can knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need.
Can you really get it?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Oh! I knew customers would, but you know, after all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site.
But how can we be sure your information is
Because to me, anything of as for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine knowledge...
Ein El Ahmar.
Ah, so you're all... The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine... That divine knowledge capsule is unlike... The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took.
Thanks for the info, Dor.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't...
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ein El Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Alhaitham. We got the info you wanted!
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader, in which case, if we play our cards right...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ein El Ahmar. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of... See you then.
Alhaitham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the...
Yep, let...
Hatham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. This is turning into quite an occasion.
Back up. Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come!
Be gone!
Just following orders.
Wind strategy. As one with wind and cloud.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired! Arrest him!
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Hatham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
You want this? What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy said.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods. But beyond that, did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the divine... Still, Paimon didn't expect the divine...
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port...
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the divine knowledge capsule that Paimon...
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to... Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom...
everything about...
I'm heading back to the Academia.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Al-Hatham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?